if there's bacteria in the mouth and they're performing, it's gonna be in the vagina. It's gonna be passed on to the vagina. One thing about the vagina will regulate itself. And I don't understand why the vagina is such a taboo topic to talk about. As you can tell from the title, today we'll be discussing the vagina. So viewer discretion advised for those of you who are a little sensitive to the issue or the topic of vagina, which I don't know why, but let's say this is going to be rated R. Now, before I get into everything, I just want you to know that whatever we discuss, I'm not a doctor. I'm telling you what I found, what I know, my research information that's out there that you can find for yourself. I want to say this before I get into the meat of the matter. The vagina normally has a smell, a scent. Why? Because we're mammals and we naturally have a scent. However, if this smell is a fishy smell, then something is definitely wrong, and you should take the time to go see your OBGYN or your doctor. As I said, I'm not a doctor. This is just some stuff that I want to share with us. Just want us to have a discussion, basically, as females and as males or partners of females. And I don't understand why the vagina is such a taboo topic to talk about. Like, people get so caught up when people talk about the vagina like it's something strange, and half of the population walks around with a vagina. So there's that. Now, with that being said, let us get into these common causes of why the vagina smells, or what causes a vagina to smell. And fellas, don't click off, because y'all need to pay attention to this too. Now, the first cause I want to mention is forgetting a tampon up in there. Or forgetting a tampon up in there is definitely one of the reasons why the vagina smells. And for any reason, if you are wearing a tampon and you can't feel the string to pull it out or take it out or anything, you should head to the emergency room ASAP, because not only will that tampon make you smell, but also it could trigger off septic shock, which bacteria gets into your bloodstream and can be deadly. Normally the vagina is acidic. However, when it becomes overgrown with bacteria, it becomes alkaline, which causes BV, and BV is bacterial vaginosis. Stuff that I want to share with you guys after I share these common reasons, so stay till the end of the video. Do not click off. You don't want to miss this. You guys will thank me for this information, you know, at the end of the video. So stay tuned, and if you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe, okay? So, as I said, if you forget your tampon, that could cause you to smell. If you wear your tampon too long, that will cause you to smell. If you forget the tampon, that will cause you to smell, or cause a female to smell. So you must be mindful of that. The next thing that causes the vagina, or can cause the vagina to smell, is tight clothes. And I know a lot of us, including myself, love to wear form-fitting tight clothes, but the problem with that is when your clothes is too tight, there's no aeration for your vagina. There's no breeze passing through, and that there causes bacterial built up. When you wear a certain type of clothes as well, you run the risk of bacterial built up, because you're not getting any air down there in the vaginal region. So bacteria is built up, and that can cause the vagina to smell as well. Tight clothes such as the jeans, nylon, stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about. Those kind of stuff, definitely you should try to stay away from them, and make sure your underwear is lined. Another thing that causes the vagina to smell is douching. Now, douching is a kind of like sensitive thing, because a lot of people grew up on douching, but the thing is, not everything that you grew up on is actually good for you. You know what I mean? Not everything that you grew up on is good for you. A lot of people douche, and what douching does is basically it kills off the good bacteria in the vagina. All these bad bacteria is built up. And as I said, I know a lot of us grew up on douching, but the thing is, you're not supposed to insert anything like that in your vagina to regulate itself, because the vagina, one thing about the vagina will regulate itself, so it don't need you to regulate it. There's something wrong, just like I said with the tampon. If you feel like there's something wrong, you've got an itch, you got something, you go see your OBGYN, you go see your doctor. And I know that healthcare is not accessible to a lot of people, so we tend to want to self-medicate, or we you know, but you gotta go to the hospital. If you don't have, you can't afford to go to an OBGYN, go to your public hospital. You don't try to diagnose yourself. You know, this might sound some type of way, but in actuality, you're not a medical profession. No, neither am I, but these are just information that's out there. Douching is not safe, it's not good for you. And as I mentioned earlier, yes, we grew up seeing maybe people in our family doing it. We may have even done it ourselves before, but don't do it, sis. It's not worth it. The next thing that causes the vagina to smell is unprotected sex. Yes, unprotected sex do make the vagina smell. Having sex with multiple sex partners do cause the vagina to smell. And that's just a fact. That is just a fact. That's not me trying to tell you how to live your life, how to live your best grown folks life. This is just me letting you know that having multiple sex partner and having unprotected sex causes the vagina to smell, and that's a fact. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is this, or trying to say is this, or if you take anything from what I'm saying, is if you know you partake in multiple partners, use protection. Protect yourself. And this is the thing, do not wait for somebody to protect you. You take it upon yourself to protect yourself. Don't wait, don't put your life or your health in the hands of nobody. You protect yourself. And as I said, if you know you're having multiple partners, because trust and believe, we're all out here grown, and however you choose to live your grown life, that's none of my business, and that's nobody's business but yours. But what I will implore you to do is protect yourself at all costs, and do not leave your protection up to nobody, or think that somebody else is going to have your best interest at heart. And at the end of the day, it's your vagina. You're going to be the one walking around with this. You know what I mean? You are going to be the one walking around with this, so you take it. The onus is on you to make sure that, you know, you're taking the required step to make sure you're good, sis. That's all it is. I want you to be out here living your best grown folks life, and whatever that is for you, whatever that looks like for you, that is what I want you to be out here living. I don't want you to be out here playing the fool, playing yourself, or having anybody play you. That is why I feel like these are conversations we should be having, and that's just that on that. Just to add to that, if, say for example, you just start having a new partner and you guys just start having sex, you're not having multiple partners, but you're just now getting used to a new partner, right? A new partner that you're having sex with, your body needs time to adjust to that person. So you might get a smell from that. That person ejaculates inside of you. Now we're talking grown people. I'm not talking if you're a grown adult and you have a new partner and that person ejaculates inside of you, because that person is foreign to your body. Your body needs time to regulate itself, get used to it. So that could also causes the body to smell somewhat too. So that's also something to bear in mind when you have a new partner. Now this next topic, this next one, some might find it kind of out there, but we're grown here. I'm assuming that we're all here grown here, having a grown discussion. I'm just gonna say, people that participate in oral sex. Now if you are allowing somebody that don't have proper hygiene, don't take care of their mouth, they may have some issue going on with their mouth where they may need to see their dentist. They need to go see their dentist, and you have this individual performing oral sex on you, then that can cause the vagina to smell, because bacteria from the mouth is directly being placed on the vagina. So that's cause for bacteria to build up in your vagina, basically from that person's mouth. So it's not always just the females, sometimes, or whoever. So whoever you're having relations with, make sure that person practice proper oral hygiene. Proper oral hygiene is essential, because as I said, if you're allowing that person to perform oral sex on you and their mouth is not, you know, clean, then that can cause a build-up of bacteria in the vagina. And I know a lot of people don't think about that, but trust and believe you should, because if there's bacteria in the mouth and they're performing, it's going to be in the vagina. It's going to be passed on to the vagina. You know what I'm saying? So bear that in mind when you're allowing individuals to perform oral sex on you. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't want this to become too racy. I don't want people to get too squeamy, because a lot of people get squeamy when we tend to talk about sex. And yes, not everybody participate in it, but there are people that do, and I'm here to share information with everybody. The next thing is, too much sperm in the vagina can cause the vagina to smell. Sometimes if there is too much sperm, it causes bacteria in the vagina. So fellas, what you need to do is, sometimes you just gotta pull out. Simple as that. Sometimes you just gotta pull out, or use protection, because once there's built up of sperm inside the vagina don't know what to do with that. You know what I mean? So that causes a whole heap of buildup of bacteria in the vagina, and that can cause BV. So pull out sometimes, brothers, or wear protection. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. Another thing that causes the vagina to smell is using products that have fragrance in them. I know a lot of times we don't think about it, but like these store-bought stuff that scented flowers, smell like laundry, smell like this, smell like that, those things are not good for the vagina. They cause the vagina to anything scented is not good for the vagina. It causes the vagina to develop bacteria in the vagina. So you want to stay away from any scented product, any product that is marketed to give the vagina a better smell, give the vagina a, you know, anything like that. You want to stay away from it. Here's the thing, as I said, because here's the thing, as I said before, anything, the vagina cleans itself. You don't need to be putting anything there, washing your vagina with anything, with special this or to do this or to that, to do that with the vagina, because as I said before, the vagina will clean itself. So you don't need to do that, and you don't want to be pushing stuff, inserting stuff to wash the vagina. No, you don't want to do that. If you need to do anything with that, go to your OBGYN, go to your doctor. You don't do that. Ladies, we got to take our health more serious. And as I said, I know a lot of us may not be able to afford going to the doctor because of insurance issues and all of that, but go to your go to your emergency room, go to the hospital. There are hospitals there. Go to the hospital, you know, to get your stuff sorted out or get whatever you need it to be done. But don't take it in your own hands. Please don't. In the same breath, talking about things that we scented things, what we wash our clothes with is equally important. What you wash your delicates with is equally important. Sometimes the detergents can be too harsh for down there, so you have to make sure you use proper detergent to wash your lady parts, your vagina. You know, another issue that could cause the vagina to smell is wearing wet clothes. Like if you go to the beach, you stay the whole day and all of that good stuff, or you get wet in the rain but you don't change, you're going to work in the morning, you got wet and you're still wearing your same clothes till the end of the day, that could cause the vagina to smell. You need to get a handle on that. Just a whole host of things can cause the vagina to smell, and you just want to pay attention to that. Another big caveat that we really need to pay attention to is how we wipe. Now, I never knew this was a thing, that a lot of people don't know how to wipe. You wipe from front to back. So you never wipe from back to front, because wiping from back to front, basically you're putting, you know what comes out? Feces comes out, you know, so you're wiping that essentially in your vagina, and that will definitely cause bacteria. That will definitely cause you to get sick. So you always want to wipe from front to back, okay? Front to back. Don't worry, for the makeup, guys, don't worry. All the information, all the products used will be listed in the description box, but I really wanted us to concentrate this video mostly on the information, not on the makeup, on the information, because you could be out here looking good as ever, but if your health is not together, if you're not handling your business like you're supposed to be, makes no sense. I also want to mention that, you know, vaginal odor may change throughout a female's menstrual cycle, smell also right after the period, so you also need to be aware of that and know that that is quite typically, that's quite normal. Typically that's quite normal, because after the period, after the period happens, there's normally a smell after. I also want to mention that certain foods that you eat can cause the vagina to smell. It can throw off the body's pH and causes odor down there. So you also need to be mindful of your diet or your dietary needs. Again, as I said, I'm not a doctor. You need to consult your doctor for information as it relates to that. Another thing is trichomoniasis. Trichomoniasis is another reason why the vagina may smell. It's an STD. It's passed on through sexual intercourse from male to female. So this is also something that you need to be aware of as well. Rectal vaginal fistula is also an issue that can cause the vagina to smell. It is basically an abnormal opening between the vagina and the rectum, where feces is leaked into the vaginal area. So as I said, it can be something really minor, as you forgetting your tampon, or vaginal cancer is also a reason why the vagina may smell. So you also want to be sensitive. So if the vagina smells, you need to go to the doctor, because you never know, it may be something simple or it may be something great. But to nip it in the bud, you just want to go to your doctor, your OBGYN, and get it checked out and be on the safe side. We are at basically the end of the look. This is what the look looks like. But before and don't worry, for this simple look, I listed everything that you needed to know about this look in the description box. But now that we're at the end of the video, I just want to go through some quick things that we recap quickly. I'm using the term BV in the video, and BV really stands for bacterial vaginosis, and this happens when the normal pH of the vagina is thrown off. The vagina is normally acidic, but then when something goes wrong, it becomes alkaline, and that there's a breed up of bacteria. Vaginitis, again, as I said before, is a poor hygiene. Poor hygiene is vaginitis, and bacteria can be developed based on that. And one of the biggest tip or the biggest takeaway I can give you through this video is, if you feel like there's something wrong or your odor is off in any ways, please seek medical profession, because you trying to fix it, you know, you're not a doctor, I'm not a doctor, but I can't tell you what to do, but I can implore you to seek help, go to the doctor. You know, it's nothing to be ashamed of. You just need to go see your doctor and take care of it. It can be something minor as you just forgetting a tampon, or your pH balance being off, or it could be something as great as these that I have mentioned. Now, with all that has been said, what I want you to take away from this video is that the information is out there. All you need to do is find it and go see your doctor. And if you have a friend, or if it's you, don't be ashamed of this. You just need to seek help. If you have a friend or a loved one that may smell, you may never know what the issue is. So always be kind, always be kind. And if you can offer some form of encouragement, do so. Or, you know, suggest this person go see their OBGYN, but do it in a way that is not harmful, it's not bashful, it's not shameful to an individual, because at the end of the day, it's all love. And over here on this channel, I want you to understand that while I love makeup and I love beauty and all of that, I also love the man, the person, the inner being. And my aim for this channel is for us to become more comfortable in talking about issues that society may seem as tabooed, or issues that we've never really spoken of publicly. And that is my hope for this channel. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope your day is as wonderful as you are. And if you have not already, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe. I hope your day is as wonderful as you are.